Hey YouTube, I finished the turbolover. I couldn't get my head round the wiring beforehand, so I'd left bits. I intentionally never put anything in the second tone control because I wasn't happy with the way it was wired. Now I am. So now got a kill switch in here. I'm going to flip to when I was wiring it, which there were problems. So there's 10 minutes of me shouting at it. Basically, that's what happens when you're in uncharted territory. Sometimes the reason nobody's done it before is because it can't be done. So I'm 95% happy with this is working. Ideally, but it works. Oh, which it's not in the video. It's to do with taking off earths and actually just connecting things better. I physically hadn't bolted the switch in enough, which meant it wasn't actually making contact with the metal plate, which meant it wasn't earthing. Sometimes it's something as stupid as that. Anyhow, so here's a pause bit. Now, at 1 minute. Hey YouTube, I'm down in the corner here. Just having possibly the last look at the turbolover. Maybe if somebody buys it, don't know. I think you'd really get, this is my pal Sloan Ranger, really, I don't know if you realised how textured and the fact it looks wet all the time. Wet looking guitar, yeah. So, it's got the silly pickups in it. We have a lipstick, mini humbucker, a Strat pickup, a Telly neck pickup, and a Gretsch Bridge P90, or staple top, whatever you call it. Originally these 5 switches just turned on each one of them. So on for the neck, and then as you work your way down. They also, so in the middle they're off, when they're down they're out of phase, so you can have the neck on and then turn on that when they're out of phase. So in phase, off, out of phase. And I had all of them apart from this last switch, which was the bridge pickup. There's not really any point in having a phase because it doesn't give you an extra sound. So before I just had this as an on-off. Now I've got it as on in parallel, just on basically, and then on in series. So when you put this one on in series, you can now turn on any of the other ones in or out of phase. Well, they'll be up the way to be in phase. So you'd have like a bridge humbucker like that using these two together. Because I did actually intentionally put these in a set order, because I was going to do a master series switch, which can't be done. So this pickup here is different from the bridge pickup, right? It's the same as the Telly neck pickup. It's different from this one. Or it's the same as one of them, and it's the same as... So you can get a humbucker, an actual proper humbucker, by having this one on in humbucker mode and then turning on the Telly neck pickup, or turning on the thing that gives you that as a humbucker, which I think would be pretty cool, and you can get a humbucker out of phase. It gets confusing. I mean, you can still go in series with any of the other ones. They're not hum cancelling, but they are if you turn them all on. So you could basically have all the pickups on, and then this one in series, which puts this one in series with the rest of them, sort of thing. Ideally, it would be nice to have a series switch between them all, but that would be another run of 5 switches. Also had a wee bit of a revelation as well. We'll try to work out what to do with this switch. So I put an arcade style kill switch in because I'm pretty sure the song Turbolover goes so it might have that. I didn't cut this with an angle grinder at all. So I'm basically just going to connect this up now. It's all ready to rock. Here's the switches from the back. So it's basically just an on-off series, an on-off phase switch for each pickup, just all connected up. There's a common rail. That this new switch I've put in is an on switch. It's a special switch. It's also a different colour, but a different size. But I've joined these two together with a bit of a guitar string. I've used a bit of guitar string here, the kill switch, which is pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, it worked out quite well. This was what I was waiting for when I was trying to wire it. It was like sitting there the whole time thinking, there's something, I need the thing that's going to do it, because I wasn't happy with the fact that switch there was just, basically it was just on, off, and then just on again, exactly the same. It's like, so that's a completely useless. I wanted to get another one out. So basically what I've done is I've just doubled the sounds in the guitar, because now you've got all of the sounds I had before. Mind you, there's still some sounds that I've got this on, and then in series, but it only knocks this one in series with all of these, so these are all still in parallel. But yeah, I'm making it sound confusing. It's not that difficult to work which is what I was going for. Not making it easy to explain, easy to actually use. You can see you get plenty of, you know, layouts that are just so confusing to use you can't work out what the hell's going on ever. So that's the output jack. I'll do that last. These are just earths. So I'll just put 2 earths, grounds if you're an American, onto this. I'm going to put a bit more solder on that. Where's the solder? There. So I figured I might as well just film this, seeing as I'm doing it anyway. I might put it in as a wee increment into the Super New Got More Sounds turbolover video, which I'll probably end up putting out at some point. Yeah, that's good enough. And another one, that's the output jack. It's not that it really matters. Well, this one's not very long, that's not very good. Oh, it's going to be a pig. You can just tell. You can just tell. Where's my soldering tweezers? I just have to burn my fingers. I totally had them in my hand 2 seconds ago. That going. That's just the air for the bridge pickup. Too much solder on the last one, so I'm trying to use the solder off the last wire onto this one. Not really working. More solder. Plenty solder. I would quite like to have my wee tweezer so I was less likely to burn myself. Good enough. Right. On, so all we've got to do now is connect one wire to the switch. This is the bridge hot, and this one, although you can't see it, it's actually joined together with a high E string, and this will just be the output jack. And then this will be just another earth for the output. Good enough. I think that's it all connected up. I'm going to check it before I put all the screws and stuff and all the strings back on again, because it's possible I've missed out a wire. I don't think so though. I'm pretty solid to the reason that the bridge pickup was disconnected was because it was. Also, this wasn't earthed properly either. I have to say that I forgot to put on the earth wire for the under the bridge. This is a damn tight scratch plate. Where are the wires? It's the old. Are there any wires getting in the way? I don't think there are. That's the good thing about cutting out all those big massive chunks with the angle grinder. Right, so I suppose I will tighten up A string so it's making a noise. Go for the A string, and then we should be able to tell that it's working. Just approximately, like, get it. E as well. Right, so is it working? There's a jumper on that. Come on. Right, we got a power cord. This might not make any sound at all, of course, because we don't really know what's going on. Tuner's on. Right, so this should turn on the bridge pickup. Mm-hmm. It doesn't sound right. I'm just going to check, make sure that the lead works. Stick it inside the guitar and it all works. I get the impression there's something not right with the way it's wired up. Okay. Nope, something wrong with the guitar then. There's something not connecting up. Oh, okay, now I've turned on the pickup. Right. Well, these all worked anyway, but this one... Okay. Yeah, so I think it was actually, I just needed to stand on the bad connector, so... That's them two of them in series, so... I might need to earth that pot. It's putting everything live. Yeah, so there's a humbucker now. But new problem. Why is it putting everything? It's putting the switch live when I turn that on, which is putting all the pickups live. Am I gonna have to go through and separate all the earths now? Or is there some way around it? Yeah, because that is the feed line for all these pickups. No, I just need to put another option on. There needs to be a... The kill switch works. But that switch, which works fine the way it did before, it's kind of almost fine when you're already earthing it yourself. I mean, what happens if I just physically earth that? Let's just be live. It's a bit of wire. It's got two ends on it. Good. Yeah, a bit of wire. Any old. As long as it's long enough, right? Just just give me a bit of any old shite. Right, so it's on. So if I earth, just wondering if I can earth it, but I need a bit of wire with two ends on it, and I can't find one. It's just annoying more than anything else. Stupid cloth wire, right. So I'm just wondering if I earth it. Yeah, but if I earth that switch, right, does that cut the guitar? Does that turn the guitar off? It doesn't. Okay. So obviously the best earth is not just me holding this wire from something that's earthed to the switch. So basically I just need to earth the switch somehow, because I'm might need a little bit more thinking about this. I thought I had a revelation. It's kind of one of those things where now maybe I realised that the reason I never had that revelation is because I'd thought about that bit and maybe thought there might be a bit of a problem, but I'll make it work. Rock on. I'll see if I can make it work. See you soon. And then now I'm back with a demo. So we've got an on switch for each of the pickups. Up is on, middle is off, down is on, in phase or out of phase. Aye. Up, in phase, down, out of phase, middle, off, apart from the bridge pickup, which is on, in phase, off, and then turbo mode, which puts it in series with the other four, which basically gives you... Right, so there's just the bridge pickup on its own. And then there it is with the telly, the next pickup along. And then there it is out of phase. I'll put it back in phase. And then put it into series instead. of phase as well. So there's quite a lot of variance. This pickup is set. Well, this was always my thinking from the start. So I wanted, it's basically, that's actually covered in magnetic filings. I'm not going to bother using that pickup to demonstrate it, but this one is the opposite line from this one and this one. So these two are the same, and these two are the same. And this is a humbucker, so it's both. So you can make a humbucker using, so here is the bridge pickup and the lipstick. So there's the bridge pickup. There's the lipstick in phase. Now in phase but humbuckered. Then obviously you've got it humbucker out of phase. And obviously you can just start going mental with this, because obviously I'm just running these two pickups in series with this one out of phase, but you can still add in the humbucker in phase, or out of phase, or the strap pickup in phase, or the telly pickup out of phase. Some things make huge differences, other things don't make much. But I definitely wasn't super happy with the not having the turbo mode. So it really does just kick it. Okay, there's the humbucker on its own, pretty good. Sorry, just the P90 on its own. There it is with the telly one. Telly one in series. I can't get used to using these things. Terrible backtrack. But definitely having the humbucker things made a big difference. So there's a single. Just doesn't have that turbo factor. Humbucker. Just the mini humbucker on its own. I'm hearing them two differently, but they can't be. Just one's in phase, one's out of phase. Out of phase with the neck. in series with the bridge humbucker. So I worked out what the turbo switch is. Basically just a master. It's just it just knocks the. All it does is put this in series with the rest of them. Doesn't put them all in series as one. That was what my original idea was. That was just silly though. So this one, it basically just knocks it in series with the other 4 switches, if you like. So basically it doubles the amount of sounds this guitar had before, because everything that it had before is still there, exactly the same, but now you can do exactly, it doubles -1 to whatever the number is, because one of them's off. So, you know, it's when you start looking at it, you start thinking just on the 3 switches, what combinations you can have. The only one that doesn't do anything is if you turn on the series mode, it's got to have another pickup on to go in series with it, but it is on its own anyway. If I had a bigger switch, I could have made it so that, in fact, no, I couldn't have, it's impossible. But there you go. So there's the bridge pickup on its own. So if you put it to the series thing, there is no sounds, but that doesn't matter. And then you add it into any of the other pickups. But that's what I'm saying there. So you've got, like, you know, even if you only had 2 switches, right, for example, 2 3-way switches, you've got 1 sound, 2, 3 sounds, 3 plus 1, 2, 3, 9 from 2 switches, right? If you did it with another 3, so you've got, see, it's not 3 again, it's 9, because you've got all those 9 sounds times 3, okay, all those 9 sounds times 3. Is it? And then multiply by 3 again? It's not, is it? Because there's other things you can do as well. It's interesting. That is times 3, yes. So it's times 3. So it's times 3, times 3, times 3, times 3. 9. 3 9s are 27. Times 3 is 9, 80 something. 81. 27 times 3. 3 7s are 21. 81. 9, 27, 81. 200. 600 sounds. There you go. So it's got 600 distinct tones, does this guitar, which is 595 more than a Strat would normally have. Plus, look at it. I mean, it's made such a difference. See, just having obviously, I don't know if I mentioned it, put an arcade push-pull switch in there. To be honest, I would maybe put it there, because people don't like it there, but it's dead easy to swap over. There's enough cable. I made it so there's enough cable to swap the 2 of them over if you want the push switch here, which is easier to reach, and also it doesn't get in the way of your strumming. But to be honest, on this guitar, you've got a big row of switches here to not hit, so you don't want to be strumming. If you can't strum and not hit the volume control, you're going to be breaking these switches. But I'm pleased now it's got the humbucker mode, so it does actually have a bit more of what it looks like. You know, I'm just considering this is the sort of thing in Mad Max, basically. Whereas before, with having the sounds, lots of sounds, but kind of more along the lines of, see, you know, the big, is it the B.B. King Lucille, something like that, with its fairy tone, all those jazz sounds it kind of did before. Now it does all the metal ones as well, but it still does all the jazz ones. I do love the idea of somebody, you know, turning up with like some. Actually, there is a jazz guy who's got a Buckycaster, who loved the crazy switching because it did things that no other guitar had ever done for jazz, being able to knock all the pickups in series and having filters and stuff on it is really a thing. Yeah, so turbolover. It's not sold yet. I think it's too famous. Somebody's got to have a proper video, the right video or something like that to get this, or someone's just going to go, my God, I have to have that. If I hadn't, I don't have a leather motorbike outfit, but if I did, I'd be wearing it so I could play this guitar. Rock on!